shiny, happy people. Welcome to Kimbaskrafts. My name is Kim, and if you're new here, hello, welcome. If you're returning, welcome back, guys. Love you. So we are here for a double video. Normally, I would do these two separately, but May 1st is tomorrow. So it's Sunday night, and May 1st is tomorrow, Monday. And I'm scheduled to release my Whip and Chat on Monday. So, yeah, I don't know. I got a lot going on. And so because I have a lot going on, I only got done 4 blocks. So this video is going to be a review of my, what I was able to get done through the course of week 4, which was last week. And then starting today, Sunday for me, this is the start of week 5. So this is going to be my week 5 whip and chat, and we will do that square together, or at least start on it. Yeah, and so the way I've been doing this is you see the washi tape on each of these squares. You can't really tell if they're squares now, but they were bent up like this as I was working on them. And they are basically covering 4 across, 3 up and down. So essentially 12 1-inch squares underneath in the grid. And each square that I've done, I've kept track of time. Every week, I change the color of the washi tape. So we can easily see what weeks that I was able to like kill it, and then what weeks I have not been able to kill it. So week 1 and 2, I came out of the gate really strong, and I got a lot done. And then week 3, I kind of reeled it back because I was working on another project that I really, really wanted to get done. And then week 4, I went back to work. So everything's kind of slowed down for me. I'm adjusting to the change of time and all that. So we'll get that'll all be part of the whip and chat. But just to explain, like, I only got done 4 blocks this week, and it took me a total, I have all my numbers here. It took me 6 hours and 26 minutes to do those 4 blocks. It looks like I was averaging, I guess, like an hour and a half, because the lowest one was I did it in an hour and 20 minutes. And then the longest one was an hour and 49 minutes. And then I have an hour and 36 and then an hour and 41. So I have yet to go over 2 hours, I think. I'm just like really quick scanning these boxes. Yeah, I don't think I went over 2 hours on any of these squares. So there's that. I don't think I went under 1 hour in any of them either. Just real quick perusing this, it looks like an hour and 7 minutes was my fastest time. So, yeah. Okay. That gives me a total of 36 blocks. And for the 36 blocks, it took me 54 hours and 37 minutes. Which to me, I don't think that's too shabby. It's 36 blocks out of 100 total. So I'm past that 1/3 point. You know, once I get to 50 blocks, we'll be at halfway point. So I'm going to go ahead and show you what it's looking like. I'm trying not to get in, it's nighttime. And so I have you really high up and back so that we don't have a shadow from the camera. So I'm just trying not to get into the frame here as I flip all of these up. But it might be impossible to do. And there we have it, guys. Yeah, it's coming along beautifully. I am absolutely loving it. And I will say, as much as I love working on it, and it feels really, like really, it's not like, it's very easy to diamond paint for me with my setup. The confetti, sometimes I'm just like, oh, because literally like there could be 200 colors in one square. So sometimes I do need that break. So having these other projects that have some color blocking in them and things like that have been very, very essential for me, just to be able to get like, just to be able to move through a project and really feel like, you know, I'm laying down some drills here. And I don't multi-place in this, and so I really start to miss multi-placing. Even if there are areas that I could multi-place, I have just been single placing, and yeah, I've been enjoying that. So, yeah, there's been plenty of times where I'm just like, after I do like 3 squares, I'm like, okay, I'm going to put this aside and I'm going to grab my other project. So I felt like when I started this, like maybe I'll just work on this project and see how fast I could get it done. But I do need that mental break where I don't have to think as much. So it's been very welcoming to have a second project on hand. That being said, I am loving the outcome so far. You can see we have the animals coming out of the ocean, the horses there, and there's dolphins in the ocean. So this is called, I guess I didn't say all of this. I am doing Josephine Wall Earth Angel from Diamond Painting Deutschland. It is a square drill diamond painting, 100 by, what is it? 100 by 75 and 250 colors. So, yeah, you know, it's going to have all the things that represent Earth because it's Earth Angel. So first we have like the land animals, and some of them are coming out of the ocean. And then we have the ocean animals, the dolphins that are jumping in the ocean over there. And then it goes into this mountain. And then we have a bunch of like wildflowers. And then we have some butterflies, like one here, 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 here. And then it goes into like this watercolor rainbow kind of thing happening over here. She's going to come into play. I believe it's going to be the next row is we're going to start to see her arm. But we'll see. And if I can fit the picture above up to where I got, you'll be seeing that as well. So yeah, I got 4 blocks done, and I might not get much more than that done this week. There's a lot on my plate right now. And so, you know, I'm just, it is what it is. You know, I'm not going to stress about it. That's why I did so much in the beginning, because I just really wanted to get a head start on this. I knew that my life was going to get a little more complicated and busy as I went back to work and things like that. So, but we'll talk about all that during the whip and chat part of it. So during the whip and chat part of it, we are also giving away a prize from last week. So I'm going to go ahead and set myself up here and set the camera up so that my head isn't coming into the view, and we'll get all ready for the whip and chat, and I'll see you in a second. All right, I think that is going to work. So this is the first time that I've switched sides of my actual phone stand, my holder. Yeah, I don't know. And it might work better over here. I didn't realize I could put it over here. Whatever. I don't know. So, yeah, I think that this is going to work. I kind of tested it out to see if my head would go in it, and we were good. So there's that. And just real quick, gonna go over just some housekeeping things. This is my CraftedMakes pen. It was specially customized for this canvas. He is one of our sponsors. All the sponsors will be linked in the description below, and if they have a coupon code, they are all good until the end of May, and they are also listed below. I will tell you that the shops that have coupon codes, in case you're curious, is CraftedMakes, Diamond Painting Shop, DpGalCreations, Diamond Painting Fanatics. I think she's going back to Diamond Painting Fanatics for her shop name. It was Dainty Diamond Painting, and DP with sparklers. So the percent off, it's I think ranging between 10 to 15, and their coupon codes are all in the description below, so go check those out. I am using just this basic Masva white tray, but another one of our sponsors, DpGalCreations, she did create, and these are no longer available, but just the customized part, it says JWall 2023, but these trays are available, DpGalCreations, and I use them on every diamond painting, of course, but my JWall. The only reason why I don't use it on the JWall is because you generally only need like just a little bit of diamonds, and I'm in and out of the pods so often. I don't need a stopper. Here's my black tray that I got in a friend mail from Tammy. Tammy, thank you. I'm going to show this tray, guys, because it's amazing. And it looks great with just, this is the lid. It's very, very thick and very sturdy. But this is my black tray, and it just looks so amazing with light color or bright colored drills. So, so beautiful. I love this tray so much. So my black and white trays are my go-tos, but I do have quite a few different colors from her, and she's coming out with new colors all the time. They're so functional, and I just love them. So she's one of the sponsors as well. And again, like I said, all the sponsors are listed below. I already cut out my square. I use just a basic ceramic pen cutter to cut out my squares, and I always cut out whatever one's next to it so I can put it up, and then I just cover it with release paper. So this is double-sided adhesive. That's why it comes with this opaque cover, and this is what we'll be diamond painting. Let me see if I can bring it in just a little more so you can just see like what we're looking at. Now this is not as crazy confetti heavy, which is nice. Yeah, this is a nice square here. It should go by pretty quickly. I have my timer. This will be, anything I show you that I use to diamond paint with will be in the description box below. I love this timer. It has this huge on and off switch. It remembers where you were, and then, you know, you just hit reset. So I use that now, and I've gotten into the habit of timing all of my diamond painting sessions now on, you know, because I got out of it because I was trying to use my phone, but this timer just makes it so easy that now I'm tracking even my other ones that are not the JWall. So I'm having fun with that. I'm sorry, I'm stirring my collagen drink. If you're new here, then you might not know that you should be shocked I'm not drinking coffee. But if you are one of my ride and dies, then you know that you are shocked, and you should be shocked that I'm not drinking coffee, because I'm really trying to cut back on my caffeine intake, and I'm really trying to increase my water intake. So I make this little drink here. It has a little bit of lemon juice, collagen powder, and like water flavoring. And I'm just trying to get that in, some water in. I did work last night, so it's late. What time is it? I don't even have, my watch died. I think it's like 11 o'clock at night. Whew. All right. Yeah. All right. So let's just get into this square. I'm going to pick a color. So am I giving a prize? Hold on, I got to check. I don't even know. Am I giving a prize away this week? All right, guys. I think that Whew. All right, let me just see. Let me just check this out again and make sure. All right, guys, I think we're good there. I think we're good there. Okay, so yeah, I am giving away a prize. So I'll be picking a winner and then offering another prize. And the prize will be a 10-pound gift card to the Diamond Painting Fanatics store, also known or previously known as Dainty Diamond Painting. I'm pretty sure I read on her website that she was just going to go back, because she's known as Diamond Painting Fanatics on YouTube, and I think that that's what she decided to go back to. Either way, I'll have it linked below so you can go ahead and have a look at her shop. And so it's a 10-pound gift card. So you know, whatever that translates into your money is what her gift card is. And then $25 gift card to Coverminders by Siobhan, and that is a gift from us hosts. We are Siobhan was originally going to sponsor the event, but because of health issues, she had to pull out, and we wanted to support her shop just like I know she would support us. And so if you guys are fans of Siobhan, then you know how wonderful of a woman she is. And as soon as her shop is available, you know, you'll be able to use the gift card. So that is what we have offered today. And later in a bit, I will be doing the random comment picker from my last Whip and Chat last week, and I'll be giving out that $25 gift card to Captured by Radiance. So, yeah, a lot of exciting things happening here. I think I'm done all of the business talk. And I'm going to go ahead and pick a color here. You know, I always like to go with my Pac-Man guy here to start off with, because he's such a dark symbol. He just kind of like stands out among all the symbols. And so I'm going to go ahead and do that one first. Actually, I'm going to pull, I need to pull the light pad down. This has been a lot of maneuvering. I'm going to pull the light pad without the canvas. There we go. I need that extra little lip here. So, yeah, I hope everybody has been having a good week. If you are new, I have had kind of like an influx of new subs. Thank you, everyone. My new and old subs, my ride and dies, love you guys. I know I have a lot of subs here that have been here since the beginning. And then thank you all the new people who have heard or seen something in one of my videos that were like, yeah, I can hang with her. I appreciate all of you. And I just want you new people to know that, yeah, if I sound frazzled, it's because I am. These usually go a little smoother for me, I think, anyway. In my mind, they do. There's a lot going on, so I did work last night, so I'm back to work. I was out of work for 9 weeks. With my husband, he had a major surgery in February, and yeah, I returned to work this past week, so I did my 3 nights, and I am still trying to adjust to that because I work overnight. I'm a nurse. I work in an ICU, so I'm in critical care, and I work 7 p.m. to 7 a.m., and you know, after not doing that for 9 weeks, it's a little bit of an adjustment, you know what I mean? So, yeah, I've been a lot more tired this week and just trying to acclimate to the switching back and forth and getting my body used to having to you know, not sleep for the entire time it's feeling like it should be in bed. It hasn't been as bad as, okay, it hasn't been as bad as I thought it would be at work because I'm sleeping so much at home. So I have increased my sleep dramatically, which means, you know, I'm doing a lot less at home, including diamond painting, which is why I didn't get as much done, because I am just dreading, like, feeling so tired at work that I just force myself to just keep sleeping and sleeping and sleeping. So I also am trying to increase my exercise for that reason, because I feel like when I do exercise on the regular, you just naturally have more energy. And so I feel like if I got back into the routine of going to the gym more frequently, I would require less sleep. I just would not be as tired. I would have all those endorphins and everything and adrenaline and all that pumping through the body and helping me, you know, persevere through the day. But there have been, Bob has had a bad week. Yeah, I feel like I just keep coming on here and dumping, but it's been a year. This has been a year. So Bob has had a bad week, and yeah, we ended up having to call the on-call service tonight, because he was just having severe pain. And so we're probably heading up to a surgeon's office, which is an hour and a half from our house, one way, to have a scan tomorrow. So luckily I am off tomorrow. So guys, remember I needed this is my life now. Remember I needed last Monday off so I could take my mom and her husband to his surgical oncologist consult. And so, and then I told you, if you have not watched these videos, I'll just let you know what happened. So my mom's husband was just recently diagnosed with pancreatic cancer too. And I found someone in the city much closer than Bob's surgeon to take them to. And so I texted my boss and was like, hey, this is my life and I'm just trying to live it. And so I know I'm supposed to come back to work on Monday. Any chance you can move that start date to Tuesday? Because now I have to take my mom and my stepdad to this consult. And I really, you know, first of all, I want to drive them because it's in the city. And I just don't want my mom driving in the city. And then second, I really need to kind of be present so I can, you know, assist with any questions and things like that. So he was kind enough to text me and say, hey, moved you, and he said the dates. Well, he wrote May 1st to May 2nd. Well, I honestly didn't even pay attention to the dates because I didn't know the dates that I was asking him for. I said, hey, this coming, my first day of work, Monday, can you move me to Tuesday? Well, that was last week, and that was on the 24th. So I did not even pay attention to him writing, hey, moved you from the 1st to the 2nd. I just totally read, hey, I moved you. Yeah, you're good to go. Well, so I ended up looking like I was a no-call, no-show on Monday because that was the day I asked for him to move me. So he called me the next day and he was like, yeah, I moved you on the wrong day. So he straightened it out with HR. But then he was like, so I moved you next week from Monday to Tuesday. Any chance I can leave you on Tuesday? Because I need more help on Tuesday. So I was supposed to go back to work tomorrow night. Am I making any sense? I don't know. I feel like maybe this is like hard to understand without a calendar. But bottom line is I was originally supposed to go back to work tomorrow night. but he moved me to Tuesday, and I said, that's fine, you can keep me on Tuesday. And thank God that happened. See, things happen for a reason, because then Bob had this, so Bob had this pain episode today, yeah, so, you know, we're probably heading up there tomorrow for a scan. So, you know, it's a good thing that I don't have to work tomorrow night, because I would end up having to call out. Basically, is what it comes down to. So yeah. Yeah, so I was sleeping on the couch, and I was totally out because I was exhausted from working last night, and I just hear, guys, it was really scary. He's like, Kimba, and he's walking into the room, and like I like roll over, I like flip the sheets off me, I like sit pulled upright, and he's like stumbling into the room, like saying my name. Honestly, it sounded like he was like on fire. Like, I wouldn't have been surprised if there was like flames coming off of him. I explained that to him too. I was like, do you understand how absolutely terrifying? And then he like just drops onto all fours, moaning and telling me he can't breathe. I was like, I like jumped down on the ground. I'm like, you want me to call 911? Like, oh my God. It turns out, he said it feels like when he has a pancreatic attack, when he has pancreatitis. So then it passed after 15 minutes. Well, that's the thing. If it was like we were talking, like if it's pancreatitis, it wouldn't just stop. You need meds. Like, it would be a constant, like, unbearable pain. So we called the on-call service, and the surgeon himself called him and called him back, and he told him what happened, and he was like, all right, well, maybe it was just gas or something. Just, let me know if it happens again. And I was like, well, tell him this is the second time, because it happened earlier this week, but this time it was worse, like way worse. And so he was like, well, this was the second time, and it was like, it was worse than the first time. So he's like, all right, well, then we'll go ahead and have you get scanned. I'll have them order a scan for you. So I'm thinking we're going to have to go up there tomorrow and have the scan. So yeah, I want to have this done, this video done, and yeah, where's my peanut lid? So so that's what happened today. But another thing that's happened, I come in here, I think it was on Tuesday, I come into the craft room, and I'm like, I sit down and I start to get ready to diamond paint, and I just happen to look up, and on my ceiling, like, there's like this hole forming. It's cracked. And I was like, what the heck? So I called Bob in, and he looks at it, and he's like, oh, the roof is leaking. So when I was having this room built, the roof leaked, and they had to have the roofers come out and fix these two spots. Well, the one spot they didn't fix right because it's leaking now. We have had torrential downpours. Guys, it has been raining for like 3 days now, nonstop, a ton of rain. My brother literally just texted me before I hit record saying this rain is crazy. And so, I saw this crack, so he texts the contractor, and I thought, and it's literally right where I put the tape. I have like a card table that I keep all my diamond paintings on that I'm working on, and I swap them back and forth, and even some of my finished ones that I haven't put away or framed yet, they're all on this card table. Well, something told me to move that table. I was like, let me just get it out from under here. And I moved it to the middle of the room. And 2 days later, something like that, I come in, I open up the door, and there's a huge puddle on the floor because it had rained all night. So now we have a bucket there. It keeps dripping because it keeps raining. And Bob's like, they're going to have to rip all of that sheetrock up and redo the whole... So I don't even know when that's happening. Then they're going to have to paint it. I guess I'm going to have to move out of this room for a minute. I'm just like, really? Like, I don't know. It's just not something I needed to hear right now. But anyway, there's that. So, I'll put a picture of the ceiling. So before I started this recording, you could hear the water dropping in the bucket. It sounded like I had someone in the corner with Chinese water torture happening. So what I did is I went and I dumped all the water that had collected in it out, and I put Scott towels at the bottom so you can't hear the water dropping in the bucket. So, yeah, the happenings at Kimbaskrafts. And then, so I've been watching my dog because she's a little overweight, right? I've had her on this diet, and then we felt like she was losing too much weight. So then I cut back on decreasing her food intake a little bit. And we felt like she looked pretty good, right? Well, I've been watching her because when I would take her out to the bathroom, I've been telling Bob, I'm like, it's so weird when she pees for like ever. I'm like, well, I don't understand why all of a sudden she's peeing so long, like, and I think I've mentioned that we've been taking her out a lot more frequently because when she had her teeth done, they told me she had a UTI. So I was like, I didn't know she had a UTI. She had no symptoms that I could see. So that really upset me because I had no idea that she had a UTI. So I've been watching her, just keeping an eye on her because I don't know how else I would know if she had a UTI. And a urinary tract infection. So I've noticed that when I take her out, every time, no matter how frequent I take her out, she is like in the pee position for like 30 seconds to a minute long. And I'm just like, how is she peeing that much? She hasn't increased her fluid intake. Like, she's not drinking a lot of water. She never drank a lot of water. So I'm just like, why is she peeing so long? And so I've just been watching and keeping an eye on that. And then if she was drinking a lot, then I would think, oh, maybe she has diabetes because she would have polydipsia and polyuria. But to me, it just looked like she was having a little, I couldn't even tell. Like, I just wasn't sure. So every time she would go pee, I would go up afterwards and just like inspect it and make sure, I couldn't see anything. And then the one day I walked up and I saw blood on the grass. So I was like, she does have a UTI. Oh my God. So I called the vet and, they got me in that evening. I think it was the night before I started back at work. Thank God I caught it. Because I would have been too tired to like I haven't been walking her and, I haven't been doing as much for her because I've been tired and working. So I said, okay, I'll try to get a sample, before for you guys. And I did. I was able to get a sample. I got this really like shallow little like tea plate, and I was able to slide that under her as she was going. And when she was done, like there was hardly any on the plate, and it was not cloudy or foul smelling, or it didn't look like UTI, pee. There was no blood in it. And I was like, that's weird. So I, put it in a little throwaway Tupperware container, and I take her in and I give them the urine, and they tested it, and they said that it was really gunky. Like there was a lot of WBCs, a lot of like white blood cells, a lot of red blood cells, and that, yeah, she had a raging UTI. And so she said she put her on antibiotics. She gets it twice a day. And so I said to her, well, why all of a sudden, why is she getting these UTIs? And she doesn't ever, like, I can't tell, I mean, if I hadn't been just really watching her like a hawk. And she's like, it could just be bad luck. It could be that she's overweight and it's her body habitus or something like that. And I was like, do you think she's overweight? And she was like, oh yeah, she's 21 pounds. Well, she used to be almost 25. So that's, she dropped over 4 pounds. And then, so she looks up her records, and she's like, when she was a teenager, and that's usually your ideal weight, she said she was 13 pounds. I mean, I'm sorry, but this dog, there's no way she would look like a bag of bones. I couldn't imagine her 13 pounds. I was like, what? So she said to get her down to 19 pounds. So she's back on the diet. She's food crazy again. I mean, she's always food crazy, but it's a little worse because she's just not getting as much food. And I just wanted to check that it was recording. Let me see. So, yeah, it seems to have worked. I mean, she still has more of the course to go. And then she told me, like, after the 2-week course to try to get another sample and just drop it off, and it would be no charge. And she'll just test it to make sure that, her urine is completely clean. So she has another week of that to take. But, yeah, I don't know. So that happened. Oh, I have to fill up I'm going to have to fill this up. But, yeah, Bob, other than the fact that we have to go get scanned and we think something's going on, the day before I went back to work, the day I went back to work, literally an hour before I left for work, because I leave for work at like 5:23. I try to leave. 6:23. I start at 7 p to 7A. And I always get there at like, I don't live far from my hospital, so I usually get there at like 6:40 something. And I'm not allowed to clock in until 6:53. We're allowed to clock in, and so I usually leave at like 6:20. I like to leave at 6:23 to 6:25, just so I have time to like get to my break room and then drop off my lunch and make a cup of coffee, and then I walk over to the time clock and I clock in. And then I always have enough time to do that. But so at 5:30, our home care nurse, George, came and pulled Bob's pick. So he has he doesn't have a pick, he doesn't have a drain, but now we're like worried, should we not have had the drain pulled? Is that the problem here? I don't know. So we will find out, hopefully tomorrow, I guess. And yeah, so work, I'll tell you what, I love my coworkers. I absolutely adore my coworkers. I work with like some really awesome, I mean, I have to say, and I'm not just saying this because I'm a nurse, nurses are awesome. Like, they are. And I guess you just can't be, I just always worked with, so I've met so many amazing people in nursing, and I'm just very grateful for so many of the friends and, you know, even acquaintances and coworkers, like not even that I've met through nursing. They're just, I really, really love the group of nurses that I've had the opportunity to work with. So this is my bag of extra drills. 414. I went right to the bag. I don't know why. So I'm not going to be able to obviously put all of these in here. So I'll just fill it up. Well, I can't gauge it that way. I don't know if you can see this, but I don't like to do it over a drilled area. I like, because if anything falls, I like to be able to see it. So I do it over the white, just like that. All right. There we go. And it's easy as that. I think that's only the third time I've had to do that, and I'm over a third way through, so not too shabby. But yeah, very grateful for the amazing people that I've got to meet, become friends with, work alongside. It's been a lot of fun, you know, and this week has been pretty, you know, it's just been fun to go in and catch up with everyone and socialize, and, you know, and I just love them so much. I really do. And I'm just thinking about all of them. They're just so awesome. Even though they are awesome and I love working with them, I love working with them, and I do like my job. I really do. It's crazy. I still just would love to just stay home and do this. So I told them, I said, you know, having this break, like a majority of the time that I was off, you know, was a lot of drama and stuff. But the last bit of it where, you know, we got into a routine and, you know, every morning I got up, I got my cup of coffee, I opened up my craft room, I, you know, did a little bit of diamond painting, like opened up all the blinds in the house, and like that feeling, it was awesome. And so I told them, like I keep telling people at work, I'm like, so my only goal in life at this point is to retire, is to save enough money to retire comfortably. I don't care if I ever see another mountain, palm tree. I don't care. Like, I'm not gonna spend a ton of money traveling to see things. Like, my main goal in life now is to be comfortable in my senior years. So yeah, it's gonna be all about saving. So I already went in and I increased, I keep forgetting to tell Bob this, you guys are gonna know before him. Increased my 401 contribution, and yeah, so I've been watching videos on how to retire, what do you need to do to retire, and like what age you retire affects your Social Security. Like, I didn't know any of that, so I've been really putting some time into trying to come up with a plan. As far as getting a financial planner, probably, because I have like multiple retirement funds because I've worked at different hospital systems and stuff. So I'm gonna like find out what are the benefits of, you know, combining them all. And I think I really would like to combine them all under the one I have now, because I have it under a more aggressive lending plan, or not lending plan, but financial portfolio, so that I can make more money now, because I'm not going to be able to dip into it for a while anyway. So yeah, I think I would like to move everything over. So I do need to talk to someone, but I'm going to wait a few weeks till I have a few weeks at work, and you know, just get caught up on things. So yeah, that's my goal, guys, to retire. And this is something I can do while I retire, for sure. Oh my goodness, can you hear that? I don't know, it sounds like some scary stuff out there. The weather has been insane. So I don't know. So what do I hope to do this week? So this week I do hope to get a minimum of 4 squares done. Where would 1, 2, 3, 4? It would take me to the end of this. If I get more than that, that would just be icing on the cake. And then I want to this has got a foot on it. Work on my Jesus blessing. So I was able to finish a little more than a row. I did a little more than my first row on that. So sometimes when I put a project on my desk, because of all the crap that I have to go through to switch projects, I just get lazy about switching back. And I'm like, I'll switch back. I'll just one more square and then I'll switch back. One more square and then I'll switch back. So that's also another reason why I got less done on this painting, because I kept saying that with the Jesus blessing. One more square and then I'll switch them. So, but I don't know. I'm thinking maybe I have to work Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday. So I have to work Tuesday. So I have tomorrow off, but more than likely I'm going to be on the road and in an hour and a half away from home all day on my day off. Today I was off, but I slept a lot because I worked last night, and it's the last day of April, so I finished my April coasters. I wanted to make sure I got all of them done. And let's see, what else did I do? Mostly I slept, to be honest with you. And then Bob had that episode. I was going to go to the gym, but then I was afraid to leave him. So, I don't know. I'm sorry, I just want some water. And then I'm just looking to see what I want to do next. So I'm going to finish this row, and then I'm going to pull over the Jesus blessing, work on that a little bit. And if I can finish that second row, I'll swap them out again. If I can finish that second row before Saturday. So that's my plan for this week. I also would like to do a kit up. I keep going back and forth on what I want to work on next. I'm not quite sure. There's a ton of unboxings that I really would like to get to, at least one of them. I did get my DIY moon order in, so I was hoping to at least open one of those. And then I have to do my month in review video. So that's kind of like where my week is at. And I did not buy any diamond paintings, so I would say I don't count the Jesus blessing. I probably jumped the gun. I really thought that my stepdad was going to be in surgery like by this week sometime. Oh, I didn't tell you how that went. That's right. I've been talking about it so much. So we saw the surgical oncologist in the city, and you know, of course, he said, you know, you will need a Whipple. So here's the thing, though. Because he has adenocarcinoma, which is the worst kind of pancreatic cancer, he does not believe. He said, you know, it did not spread, and it's you know, it's not has not metastasized because. And I asked him, how do we know that? And he said, based on his levels, we know that it's contained in the pancreas. That's the origin, and you know, so that's all we caught it early. He said that at the stage that he caught it at, only 20% of people catch it at the stage he catches it at, which is why it's so deadly, because most people catch it. And the stage he caught it at is a stage where it's actually where an operation is even on the table. So he said only 20% of people that get diagnosed with his cancer have a chance of even having an operation to make it curable. So he said, so you're ahead of the game in that respect. That being said, he said that back in the day, they used to do the surgery first, and then they would do chemo. And he says, and with the adenocarcinoma, see, I don't know much about cancer, guys, because like I think I've said this before. I work in the ICU, and we don't really get into the nitty-gritty of cancer. And you know, when our patients have cancer, which is often like a majority of our patients will come in and, you know, have had some cancer, or, you know, are currently on chemo or this or that. But it's never the reason why they're in the ICU. You know, it's usually infection or kidney injury, whatever the case may be. But so we don't treat cancer in the ICU. You know, we're not an oncology ICU. Like that becomes irrelevant, and we just try to get them stable so that they can get back on their treatments, but not on our unit. Like when we transfer them out, you know. So I don't know a lot about cancer. It's like when we give a report about cancer, we say, oh, they have colon cancer, currently getting chemo. Last chemo session was 2 weeks ago. Patient missed this week's because they weren't feeling well. Like that's what we know. We don't generally know the name of the chemo. We don't know if it's oral or IV. We don't know any of that, because we're not going to be given it, and it's kind of, you know, it's just extra information we don't need. So he was explaining that back in the day, they would do the surgery, and then they would give the chemo course. Well, they were having poor outcomes because he said the surgery took so much out of the patient. And, you know, I told him about Bob and everything, and he's like, and I'm sure she can tell you that. And they're like, oh, we know. Not me personally, but, you know, by watching Bob, because he had the Whipple. Anyway, I'm just like, every time I talk about this, I'm just like, I can't believe this is happening. So he said that the Whipple took so much out of the patient that they could not tolerate a full course of chemo. So what would end up happening is the cancer would end up killing them because they could not get a full course of chemo afterwards. So they flipped them. So now what they do is they give the chemo first, so that they can, while they're healthier, right, quote unquote healthier, when they can tolerate chemo, and after the chemo, as much as they can tolerate, he said, they do the Whipple. Hold on, my daughter just showed up. All right, guys. So I was just catching up with my daughter, and I was diamond painting while I was doing it. So I got a little more done. I honestly feel like I'm pretty much at the end of everything I wanted to chit chat about. It's pretty late now, and I don't know what time we might need to go out for that scan, so I'm probably gonna head to bed soon. So the word for this next week's prize is going to be fire. This girl is on, so it's going to be fire. Because I just keep thinking about how I thought Bob was on fire. And this painting is fire. And my life is on fire right now. And my coworkers are fire. So yeah, there's a lot of things that are fire. members are fired. So yeah, the code word is fire. Use that in the sentence, guys. Just write. Don't put fired. Don't, you know, hashtag it. Don't do any of those fancy things. Just write the word, like use the word fire. Tell me what in your life is on fire right now. And you can win a 10-pound diamond painting fanatics or dainty diamond painting gift card and a $25 gift card to Coverminders by Siobhan. Now, if you follow Siobhan, she posted on her Instagram she was still in the hospital, so it may be a minute before we get those gift cards out to you. So just, you know, be patient with us. None of us are going anywhere. You know, we'll be sure to make sure you get those gift cards, you know, and yeah, we'll get it all worked out. Okay. So I'm going to pull out my computer and I guess now my diamond painting is on fire. I'm enjoying diamond painting. Oh yeah, and I'm going to be doing my month in review video this week sometime too. So it's probably not going to get recorded tomorrow just because, you know, I'll probably be busy. I anticipate being busy tomorrow. I don't know for a fact, but but just keep an eye out. I hope to have it released at some point this week. Okay, guys? All right, let me grab my computer. Let's put this back. Let's see. Let me see if you're going to be able to see anything. Nope. All right, hold on. Okay. Remember how my computer screen used to, I don't know if you were with me when I was doing my first mystery painting series. Remember when my computer screen used to flicker? All right, let's get all this stuff out of here. I like using a mouse. All right, internet. Oh, that was the internet. Okay, so YouTube. Free comment. Picker. Let's see what comes up. So YouTube random comment picker. Snooze. I don't know what that was. Free. We like the big word free. Okay, let's see here. I need to go get the URL code. All right, so let's go get the URL code. I don't know what all this stuff is. Okay. Okay, so YouTube. Now you can hear the stuff dropping in the bucket because I guess the Scott towels are pretty full. Okay, so I need to look up Kimbaskrafts. Kimbaskrafts. And largest hobby shop in New Jersey. Huh. Okay. We're gonna go right there. And what was it? Week 4 is kitten chat. And just need the URL code. Where is, oh, it's here. Copy. We're gonna put it right in there. Okay, and then we need, all right. Include comment, replies, filter on specific. Okay, and I said computer, just plain old computer. Okay. YouTube raffle. No. Okay, get YouTube comments. 38 comments. All right, so 38 comments with the word computer. And now what? This is annoying. All right, so there it is, 38 comments, your YouTube options. Okay. Okay, and then I guess okay, so I guess I click this. Okay, Wendy Wendy, please forgive me. Wendy Mazeral. Wendy Mazeral. All right, Wendy, you are the winner. How do I say your name? Usually, I am so bad with names. I have to ask all my patients. I'm like, I'm sorry. I mean, it could be Smith, and I'd be like, how do I say your name? So please forgive me, Wendy, but you are the winner. Sorry to hear about the ongoing health problems in your family. Hopefully everything will be okay in the end. I appreciate that, Wendy. Great that your son has decided to pursue computer studies. There's the keyword, computer. Yes, I'm very happy he did that. In today's situation, it is the safest route to go, and you are right. Schools should be teaching people on how to choose the best employment based on a secure future. Absolutely. Thank you, Wendy. Thank you for that awesome comment. Thank you for your words of encouragement and everything. I really, really appreciate it. So Wendy, you are the winner. Please email me. My email will be listed below. I'll also just go ahead and share it with you. It's Kimbaskrafts, and make sure you put an M on the end of, an S on the end of that. Kimbaskrafts at gmail.com. And I will be sure to get your email out. Okay, so that is this week's winner. Congratulations. And guys, don't forget to comment down below fire. And you saw how I wrote in computer. It's just flat out computer. So don't add any dashes to it. You know, don't hyphenate it or don't do anything funky to it. Just put the word fire in a sentence. Tell me what in your life right now is on fire. I would love to hear it. I tell you all my fires that I'm putting out. If you like this video, if you wouldn't mind giving me a thumbs up on the way out, and if you want to see more from me, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and join the family and friends here at Kimbaskrafts. I would love to have you. You guys have a wonderful, wonderful night. Take care. Keep diamond painting.